Sorry, it's been a minute since I've recorded one of these. I was working on Wave State as well as doing some other sound design projects, but I want to try to hop on the ball again and release an effects video every 5 days or so. The last one I had done was 6 months ago, stereo harmonic chorus, and the next one in line from that is the stereo biphase modulation. Instead of going over the unit, going through all the parameters and stuff, I want to show you how to use it in a weird, unconventional way, because I think that is a bit more educational than just basically reading the manual to you, which you can do, on your own time. So I'll be comparing the unit to STR1, and let's just, start doing that. So this is an initialized program. I'm going to switch to STR1. I'll route that to insert effect 1, and then insert effect 1, I'll choose number 42, stereo biphase modulation. I'm going to route this to the outputs 1 and 2. You don't need to do that, obviously. I just am doing that to show you the sound in the spectrum analyzer. Let me bypass that for now. So we're just hearing, STR1 through chorus. I am going to bypass this unit for now, and I want to create a sustained sound in STR1. I'll do that by going to my my excitation mix, and I'm going to take down pluck, and I want to use noise for this just because that's what I want to do. I'm going to create a very short noise burst with envelope generator 3, and envelope generator 3 needs to be fashioned to create a burst. So I'll take my sustain all the way down, I'll put my break up, have no slope, and I'll put my decay on 10. In this case, 10 happens to be 10 milliseconds. And then I'm going to go to the string main, and I'm going to put my feedback all the way up. This is the control for feedback. And then for dampening, I'm going to take that off for now. I'm also going to go to my amp envelope and turn that all the way up. So now when I play a note, we get a nice sustained sound, and I can play different notes. And if I play a G, that's what that sounds like. So I want you to remember that sound if you can. I'm going to go back to the string, and I'm going to take down the string volume, and I'm going to create a little noise burst again. And I'm going to feed that noise burst into the biphase modulation unit. I'll go ahead and turn it on, and I'll create a 10 millisecond pre-delay. Now this pre-delay dictates the length of the delay line that's going to be modulated to create, chorusing. I'm going to take off modulation though, and that way we're just hearing the delay by itself. So let's listen to this sound now. It's going to be kind of loud, so be careful. So you can hear what that sounds like. I'm going to take down the feedback a little bit. That sounds good. Let's add some high dampening. That sounds pretty nice. Now let's mimic that sound in STR1. Again, we'll take down the decay. Oh, well, first we gotta listen to it. Listen to our string. For now, we can have it loud. I'll end up turning it down later, but yeah. Give it some give it less feedback, and then give it some dampening, which is what we did with the other unit. Nice. So now I'm going to loop envelope generator 3 with an LFO. My threshold on 1, I'm using LFO 1, and switch that to a square. And then I'll sync this square to MIDI to a whole note. So now, if I hold a note down, we're going to have that short little noise burst, but then it's going to repeat that envelope triggering the noise burst via the LFO. So at 120 BPM, it's cycling through. If I go to common and then I have the hold parameter enabled, then I can play like any number of notes, and I've effectively created a looper with this per voice LFO. And it will be happy to capture all your mistakes as well. And I could keep stacking voices all the way up until 40 voices. I can also, I'll leave hold on for now, I can also limit the amount of notes. So if I have it on like 4 notes, I could play 4 notes. I could play 4 other notes and it'll switch to that sequence. I'm going to put it on 8 notes and play a sequence in G that you might think sounds familiar. Let's try that a little bit better. Oh, play it a little bit slower. And I'm still not satisfied with that. There we go. That's a nice smooth loop. So we have this looping sequence, and now when I throw it into this, well, I should state that the looping sequence is changing pitch. You know, it's the comb filter is able to, it's basically switching the delay time of that comb filter. I don't want to get too technical with the explanation. I filmed this video already like 10 times, and when I try to get too technical, I'll probably end up losing a lot of people, but just know that STR1 is able to play different notes, and this one is only resonating at the same note, that G. So when I turn it on, it's going to sound kind of interesting. And then let me go to STR1, and since I'm playing a G that's not going to be quite in tune, let me turn the string pitch up a little bit. Nice. In case that's too loud, I want you to still be able to hear my voice. That'll be too quiet. That's probably fine around there. So we can keep going. We can use this this unit to actually create, you know, the kind of chorusing that we're used to. And I'll just use 2 triangles. I'll leave them in phase. This is not changing the phase of these 2 waveforms. What this is it's changing the effect of these summed waveforms on the left and right channel. So right now it'll be modulating the left and right delays the same way, and we'll increase that depth with knob mod 8. And I like it when they are at the same amount of depth. Now when I increase knob mod 8, we're going to hear kind of chorusing. I'm going to take it off real fast, and now I'm going to flip the effect, the effect of the modulation of the delay lines. Now it's reversed for the left and right channels, which creates a big stereo image. So it's pretty neat. I like it, and that's all that I wanted to show you in this tutorial. Hopefully you found it fun. There's a lot of advanced stuff going on. Oh yeah, real fast. Something that's pretty fun to show you is, here, let me create that sequence again. Something that's pretty neat is, let's bypass that, and then let's take this down and then put this up. All that sound that we were hearing, all that harmony and melody, is literally just a noise burst going through carefully controlled delays, which I think is pretty neat. Even the stereo imaging is just modulating those delay times and stuff, so it's pretty advanced, pretty freaking cool. But yeah.